What's up, everyone? Damn the dialysis dude. I'm back with another dialysis discussions. Today we're going to talk about energy and the main points that I feel are important for dialysis patients and what regulates our energy. As yes, we do have a much harder time maintaining energy and getting energy than normal people, but there's factors to that, and it doesn't have to be that way. You can make a difference, is what I'm saying. You can make a big difference, just like normal people. But how is the question, and what are those factors? So I'm going to go over what I feel like are the biggest factors, in my opinion. First is, like, kind of tied all into one, is your diet, protein intake, and your hemoglobin and albumin. Maybe you need a little bit of a boost of, I think the knockoff's Aranes or Epogen or whatever you're getting at the clinic. It's for you normal people. It's the Lance Armstrong drug, basically. And Lance Armstrong obviously was able to do pretty good. Like, the stuff does help, but it won't do everything. You have to get a pretty solid protein intake. Talk to your dietitian if you want exact numbers. For me, I try to hit between 60 and 120 grams of protein a day. I'm not always so good about that, but I try to start out with a protein shake in the morning that has 40 grams of protein, so that'll start with a pretty solid foundation. So yeah, your hemoglobin and albumin is your ability to transfer oxygen in your body, and without that, if you're anemic, you're gonna have no energy. We're talking barely able to walk, wiped out. If my hemoglobin and albumin's low, I can barely do 5-10 push-ups, and I start just like feeling like jelly. That feeling of just your muscles just kind of aren't there. And then if my hemoglobin's up, and then I can do my normal range of push-ups and feel a normal burn and realize that I'm not that shape. I'm out of shape, in truth. We'll get to that one a little bit later. Fluid is the next big one. You just can't do it. You've got to sweat it off. You've got to get it off. You've got to fight through and get it off somehow. I mean, if you think about it, your fluid is diluting your blood, so you have less ability to transfer oxygen, and then you have more difficulty breathing, and you're holding extra weight on you. Like, if for a normal person, imagine if I decided to strap a gallon of water on your chest all day. So now you're walking around with 8 pounds on your chest, breathing, stopping you from breathing. And that's literally what it's like. We lie on our back and feel like we're going to die. Literally, like, I do not sleep on my back. I avoid my back. Even without really holding fluid, I still can get sleep issues on my back because the fluid doesn't always sit in the right place in my body. So even if I am dry, I might still be having some fluid issues on my lungs. But if you think about it, if you think about combining, putting, 5 to 8 pounds of weight on you to walk around with all day, even if you were just a normal person carrying 5 to 8 pounds of weight all day, it was going to tire you out. But combine that with diluting your blood a little bit and putting it on your chest and your lungs, yeah, you just can't do it, honestly. You can't really have more than like 2 kilos and expect to have much energy. And you can sweat it off, you can burn it off, and if you do exercise enough and push hard enough, you can get it to move past your heart and your lungs. Granted, if you have other health issues, then you're going to need to address those, as far as, because there's a wide range of people at dialysis. I, fortunately, am just a dialysis patient, but a lot of them are at least diabetics, if not a number of other things. So if you're talking about energy levels and exercising, you're going to have to address those things. But I believe most people can achieve a better level of energy through exercise and through addressing your issues as best you can. So then going back to food intake, as I said before, you really need to keep your protein intake high. But protein won't give you instant energy the same. It's not a sugar, so your body breaks it down into a complex carbohydrate. I don't honestly know exactly the process from breaking protein down into an energy. But your carbohydrates are going to be much more your energy. And just learning about your diet, if you really want to, if you want to have energy as a dialysis patient, you're going to have to recognize that, like me, you probably spent like at least a week in bed, if not months. And even if I did used to teach gymnastics and skateboarding and all sorts of things, I still spent months lying in bed. Even after I started dialysis, I had a long time that I was still sleeping 12 to 16 hours a day. Now I sleep 6, 7 hours and take a nap sometimes, and I'm good. I don't need to sleep 12 hours. It's hard on my body anyways. Like, that hurts. That's my problem, though, from skateboarding and all of that stuff. But oversleeping is definitely not going to help get you energy. You're going to get more energy from proper diet and exercise and being honest about what level of rehab you are. What level can you push through? It's really easy as a dialysis patient to basically say, well, I'm tired because of this or that, or I shouldn't do this because of dialysis, and let yourself go. And you're just going to have to fight through that. Normal people have to do that. Everybody has to do that if you really want energy. If you really want to build your strength and your stamina, then you need to build your strength and your stamina. And there's really only one way to do that for the most part, and that's fight for it. Granted, like I said, all the things before are factors, and you do need to manage those things. But if you are aware of them and you do manage them and they are manageable, don't get me wrong, it's been 15 years and it took me a lot longer than I would like to admit to be able to manage these things. But that's probably my stubbornness and difficulty listening and trying to learn. I've seen other people learn it faster than I have. That's for sure. I don't need to get into why or what, but that's how each of us has our battles. And if you really want energy, you're going to have to fight your physical battles and get stronger again. Rehab's not easy, and chances are you're not going to have anybody to push you to do it. So it's up to you if you really want to do it.